communities are an integral part of what it means to be human. But the idea, concept, and actual execution of communities has evolved significantly over the last 50 years, especially the last, I'd say, like 20 years, where now a lot of communities live on things like Discord communities, Reddit subreddits, WhatsApp groups, right? Forums. And it's interesting because more and more people are spending their time socializing through these online platforms. And who knows what the future for communities looks like? It might be, VR rooms where we're in and doing activities together. And those activities in VR could be more diverse than activities we could easily do in real life, right? Like you could go VR rock climbing much more easily than in real life. And potentially in VR, you can be there remotely, live with people from around the world, rather than having to travel, all the way across the world to meet them. You can do that in VR. But modern communities are changing, and my main concern is, do these new communities still serve us the sort of biochemical evolutionary needs that we came up with, in the sense of like needing, serotonin and oxytocin and feeling those bonding chemicals and building that trust? And I think to some degree they do, but it might be more dopamine than anything, which is a bit more short term. And the issue with that is we're not really building long term trust or close bonds in the same sense, where in these communities we might meet more people, but we don't form the same depth of bond. So I think it's still really good to have a few close friends, a few trusted people. Could be your family, it could be friends, it could be something else, colleagues, whatever it might be. But I think we need at least a few real life relationships to sort of form that support system and that shield. Because when things get really tough, we usually need to be able to lean on people. If we can't, it can be very isolating, and it can, worsen the situation psychologically. But other than, close friends and these communities, I'm also starting to think our engagement with our hobbies is taking up more of our time than social connection. And maybe that's not a bad thing. We just have to figure out how to navigate it. Um, more and more people are staying home rather than going out every evening. So it's just a matter of figuring out how do we navigate this new environment together, because in this new world, we are going to have more online relationships, and that might start getting mixed up with AI as well, where people have mixed AI and human relationships. It's going to be strange, in the sense like, ChatGPT, their 4.0 model was recently retired, and it was actually the most empathetic model. And a lot of people complained because it happened on Valentine's Day. And for many people, this was the model that they used for their AI boyfriend or girlfriend. So they felt a sense of loss. So it's interesting to think in these new communities, what kind of attachment are we going to form to people, and how quickly can we lose people because it's all online, right? So someone might just not log on, or they might leave the community. So we're constantly having to churn through people potentially, which could create other issues long term, right? So it's good to have, I think, a few close long term connections that are stable and consistent. And then on top of that, we can build whatever else in the future that we need to.